Hey girl, hey. Hey boys, hey. It's Mama Beauties here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, smash that subscribe button. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that like button. This is a place where we don't hate, we participate, we articulate, we can share opinions safely here and agree to disagree at times. This is a drama-free channel, but I am loud and passionate about all the victims in any case that I cover. I want my voice to be heard loud and clear on their behalf, but I do realize it is naturally louder than most. Please be aware of this. I apologize ahead of time, and I ask that you please adjust your volumes accordingly. These discussions are for entertainment purposes only, and all parties are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Subjects can be very sensitive and triggering, so be aware this is adult content and listener discretion is advised. So, I only have an hour, you guys, because my son has a live class. He homeschools. Hi, Ivy Lynn. Hey, girl, hey. He homeschools, and I want to be able to get all this information out. We will be talking about today the end of the NK second interview phone call. I won't have time to read the chat, so I'm just going to go ahead and get all of this out there, and then if I have enough time left over before my son's class, then we will have a discussion. If not, I'll come back live and we'll have a discussion once he's finished. But it is at the 30-minute mark. The second phone interview is about an hour long. It's about 54 seconds to be exact. And so we already covered the first 15 minutes in a video, the second 15 minutes in a video, and this is part 3, which I'll edit later. I forgot to put part 3 in my title. Please forgive me. I will edit that later. So this is the end of the phone call, and then I will come back and do another live for that last 24 minutes or whatever it is. But there's very interesting points in this entire interview. That's why I broke it down into 4 parts, because each 15 minutes has its own tidbit of information. And so I just wanted to share it with you guys and then see what you think after we finish. So the around the 30-minute mark is where you want to start if you are following it with this video. But it starts out with NK saying that she did not want to be at Shanann's and Chris's, and we all know she didn't use their names. She just said hers and his house on the 14th. So she left him there. And he did not go with me, she tells the agent. She is adamant that she just left him. She wanted this agent to know that she rolled out without Chris. But we all know that Chris spent the night at her house that very night of the 14th, because remember, that's when he could not perform. And that was a pivotal point in their relationship. So the agent says at his home, and NK says, yeah, like I left him there. And the agent says, okay. And NK in turn says, and I left by myself. Yeah, we get that. You've said that 3 times. And then the weekend of the 21st, and this is how you will know if my dates are lined up. I would base it off this date and work your way backwards. But like this weekend, I went to the Bannermere Speedway with him, and I went and saw, I think it was called, and she gives off 2 names that I couldn't really hear. She was mumbling and says that she don't know which one it was called, but says it was the drag races though. And it was Saturday the 21st, and we were there the majority of the day. I think we got there early afternoon, and we were there until the end pretty much. Now, remember that she said that. Remember that she said that I think we got there early afternoon. To me, early afternoon is around 11 o'clock, right? Early afternoon. Who knows what early afternoon is to NK, but the agent says and cuts her off and says, was that late in the evening? And she goes, yeah, those things go pretty late. Like it was dark. So she says that she stays there all the way until dark. And we all know that in the summertime, or around this time that she's talking about, that it stays dark until like 8:30 at night, right? And NK says, I already told you. She said, like, it gets dark. And the agent said, okay, so did you pick him up again and drive your 4Runner, right? And NK says, no, I didn't pick him up again because I never went back to his house. Like, he came to my house and we carpooled. You still rode in the car, you liar. You still rode in the car. So anyway, the agent says, okay, so he drove to your house and you guys carpooled down to the Mile High Nationals and you stayed the majority of the day. Is there anybody with you guys on any of these dates, or is it just you two? And NK is quick to say it's just us. And then the agent says, okay, did you have any meals anywhere after you left there? Did you stop at any bars or anything? And then NK says, okay, so that day, I'm glad that you brought that up. Prior to going to Bannerman, we went to, what is that name of that little town? It's not Evergreen. It's like in between Lakewood, Morrison. We went to Morrison, and there's a patio bar there. I do not know what it's called. It's on top of the Italian pizza place. I think it's like literally called Morrison Grill or Morrison Patio Bar. And we went, and early afternoon, don't these places not open up until 11 o'clock? So how could you go to this rooftop bar and eat when you got to that place early afternoon? There's no rooftop bar that opens up at 8 a.m. in the morning. You know what I mean? So you would have had to be at the bar that you're talking about if it was prior to Bannerman at 11 o'clock, because the earliest most of those places open up to serve is 11 o'clock. So I don't understand. Her story's not lining up right here, but the detective did interrupt her and tell her, you went and ate here prior. I mean, he basically forced the words into her mouth and she ran with it. My personal opinion. But anyway, she says, it's just like a rooftop bar. And the agent says, you went before the drag races? So he's basically putting these words right into her mouth. And she goes, yeah, we went before the drag races and we hung out there for a while and we ate there. So if you got to the Bannerman early afternoon, how could you have hung out at this rooftop bar for a while and eat there unless they fed you at 10 a.m.? So it could be a brunch bar, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It could be a brunch bar and it does open up at 10 a.m. But it just doesn't make sense to me. So, and I used to work in Lakewood at the Red Lobster down there in Littleton. And we lived up past Evergreen in Bailey, Colorado, which is further up the mountains. But Evergreen is around where the Red Rock Amphitheater is and all of that. So that is the area that she's talking about. So the agent says, you ate lunch there? And NK says, yeah, we did tacos. Then we went to Bannerman. And I don't know what we did after Bannerman. I think we just went to the house. I'm almost positive. I don't think we did anything after that because it was pretty late. And the agent says, okay. So then NK goes on to say, then on the weekend of July 28th through the 29th, we went to the sand dunes. We went to the Great Sand Dunes National Park, she says. Oh, I can't get my papers mixed up because I didn't number them this time. They're in a notebook falling out. And the agent goes, down in Alamosa? And NK goes, yeah. And the agent says, July 28th, 29th, did you guys stay anywhere? And NK goes, we camped. I don't remember the name of the campsite, but if you let me go through my old phone navel or go through just the internet, I can try and look up the campsites. I can probably come up with a name for you. She's really asking them for her phone back so she can look through it. Oh my God. But she remembered something that might have been in that phone that was incriminating that she wanted to get back. She wasn't trying to find out the name of the campsite, but who am I? I don't know. I wasn't in her mind. This is just speculation. You guys tell me what you think, especially when we're done. There was some, the agent goes, let me ask you this. There were some attachments that when I was looking at some of your phone stuff today, although very limited, there is a man with a backpack. He has a beard. He does not look like Chris to me in your photos. Do you know who I'm talking about? And NK says, yeah. Is he like heavier set? And the agent says, yeah, I'd say he's a little bit bigger. And NK says, yeah, that's my friend Jim. And that is the one that I was with on the Monday and Tuesday of last week. You guys, I didn't know that Jim was still there on Tuesday. So this means that when NK is calling Chris from 9:45 Monday night until 2 a.m. in the morning, that Jim is with her. Jim is still at her house and spending the night. So she is doing this while Jim is there. There's no way Jim went to sleep at 9:45. So now this right here makes me think that Jim was involved in some extent. He might not have been involved in the actual physical part of the murders, but he knew a lot more than he is portraying, because he was there during the phone calls where NK's on the phone at 10 p.m. at night and the police are at Chris's. The police show up. NK's on the phone at 9:48 with Chris. Jim is at her house. She's on the phone with Chris at 9:48. The police show up at Chris's house. She stays on the phone with him from 9:48 till 10:35 that night. So not only is NK listening in while the police are at Chris's house and he doesn't bother to hang up the phone with her, or he leaves it open somewhere so she could listen and doesn't put it up to his face, but she literally was on that phone from 9:30 or 9:48 till 10:35, and the police showed up at Chris's house at 10 o'clock, and Jim is in the background, you guys. She admits here that Jim was at her house Monday and Tuesday, so he was definitely there during the 9:48 Monday call, all the calls till 2 a.m. on Tuesday, or whatever time he left on Tuesday. He could have been there all day until the evening for all we know. So, the agent says, okay, there's some photographs. You mentioned the museum, the car museum. I think I remember seeing a couple of photos of cars, and it didn't strike me as anything then. So there may be a little bit more on your phone than what I think, but there is definitely no photos of Chris, and I don't remember seeing any pictures of the sand dunes. But, so did you camp inside the national park there? And NK says, no, it was outside. I think we camped at Zapata Falls. I think that's the name of the campsite. And the agent said, yep, Zapata Falls. Mm-hmm. It's before you turn off 160 and you're going towards the sand dunes. Then you turn off and go up a 4-wheel drive road to Zapata Falls. And NK says, yep, that really gnarly one with all the switchbacks and the rocks. Yeah. And so we camped there. And the agent said, was it like an established campground, or was it just dry camping? And NK said, no, it was an established campground. There is a campground up there. And the agent said, all right, keep going. And so NK then says, and then we went to the sand dunes, not the first day. So we got there fairly late on. No. That's right. I need to think about this. I really need to focus. But Saturday we got there and we set up camp. And then after we set up camp, we went to the national park. And the agent says, so you went and hiked the sand dunes? And NK says, yeah, I just remember we tried. It was super windy. Oh my God, the sand hurt so bad. It started raining, and we stayed even though the weather was bad because there was like nobody up there. So we did that for most of the afternoon. And then we went back to the campsite, and I showed him how to light a fire because he had never done it before. And the agent acts surprised, and he goes, he never lit a fire? And NK says, no, he told me he's never been camping before. And I was like, if you want to go, I'm trying to go to the sand dunes. So that's why we went, because he said he had never done it. And the agent said, okay, did you guys visit any restaurants there? It's not much, there's not much around there as far as restaurants in that area. And she said, no, but we did stop at, I think it's called the Oasis or something, on the way to the dunes. It's not in the park, but on that road it's almost like a little gas station. And we stopped there and rented a sandboard to go sandboarding, and some ice for the cooler and firewood. And the agent said, so it's like a gas station. And NK says, kinda, but it's like one stop shop and everybody goes there because there's like nothing around there. She said, I'm almost positive it's called the Oasis and they actually have their own campground back there too. And the agent says, he talks about working out there and knowing that area well. He also asked who paid for the items at the Oasis, and NK says that he did, meaning Chris. When the agent asked if he used a gift card again, and NK said probably because that was the plan in the first place. He was like, hey, I got these gift cards if you want to use them. You don't have to spend any money. We can just use these. And she thought that was a great idea. And she filled up her own gas tank and paid for a little bit of groceries for the cooler. And then Chris took care of the campsite, snowboard, firewood, and all of that. She does not even think she went into the Oasis place. She said, I don't think. I'm almost positive I didn't go in there. I don't think. I'm almost positive I didn't go in there. Like, those two are so contradicting of each other. And then she says, he did. I got in line for the board. I remember that. But their board rental shop is outside of the building. He went inside because he went and got the firewood. Then we went to the dunes. And the agent said, I'm just looking at your dates so you know you're right. And NK says, only date she's not 100% sure about is the movie night. It was that weekend, either the 6th or 7th. I just don't remember what day of the weekend. I don't think it was Sunday, though, she says. I really think it was a Friday or a Saturday. I'm almost positive. I didn't have to work in the morning. I mean, you see how she's talking and rambling about nonsense here? It's almost as if she's on a Roxy. I'm telling you, this is what you do when you're on a Roxy. You go deep into detail about something that you could say in 4 sentences to explain, but you got to give 25 sentences because you go deeper and deeper and deeper into your explanation. And in the end, you end up forgetting what you were even talking about to begin with. So the agent says, all right, so what's after the Great Sand Dunes? And NK says, so we went to the dunes and then we went and returned the board. Then we went back to the campsite. And we lit a fire and we ate and we just hung out by the fire for a few hours and just visited. And then it started raining really hard. So we put everything in the tent and we put out the fire and we went into the tent. And I remember he was like wide awake. And I was so tired. Oh my God, I wanted to sleep so bad. And he just would not sleep. It was kind of bugging me. Like I would almost like wake up and half subconsciously have a conversation with him for a second and then doze back off. And I remember being so tired and he was up for a while. Is that because of the drink she was giving him or the Kundalini awakening? And the agent says, okay, you guys come back to Denver Metro on Sundays. So he completely changes the subject from him being wide awake and her being so tired and doesn't even ask any more questions about the sand dunes, just skips right back to, okay, so now you're coming back. You're coming back from to Denver Metro area. Let's just forget about packing up or anything that happened during then. Anyway, the agent asked her that, and NK says, kinda, yeah. What do you mean, kinda? You got back to the Denver metro area. Either you did or you didn't. There is no kinda. And she said, kinda, yeah, but we went, one of my friends wanted us to go to the Renaissance Festival. And she didn't know who I was with, but she was like, you should stop by. And she made up an excuse to not go over there and got out of it because she did not want her to meet Chris. So why would she tell the agent that if they never went and met that girl and she told her that they couldn't go, why would she say they kind of went back to the Denver metro area? I don't understand like her verbiage. It's very hard to read. And so the agent says, what friend was that? And NK says, Charlotte. And the agent says, okay, so did Charlotte ever meet Chris? And NK says, no, none of my friends ever met him. And the agent says, okay. And then NK says, on the way back up from the dunes, they stopped in Colorado Springs to eat and they went to BJ's. And the agent says, on Nevada and I-25. And NK says, honestly, I don't know. And then the agent says, Sunday, July 29th. And NK says, yeah, Sunday, July 29th. The agent said, did he pay again with a gift card? And NK says, yes, yes. And then the agent says, all right. And NK says, and then we went home. She didn't say, and then we went to my apartment. She didn't say, and then we went back to my place. She didn't say, and then we went to my house, anything. She said, and then we went home. They were calling her apartment home. And then we went home were her exact words. Not to my home, home. And then we went home. So Chris had practically moved in with NK. And I guarantee you they were pretending like he did live there. So the agent says, okay, did you see him the following weekend? She goes, no, because he was out of town. And the agent says, do you remember where he went? And NK says, yeah, he went to North Carolina. And the agent says, okay, do you remember the dates? And she says, no, I think I want to say that he left on the 31st of July. I'm almost positive because we hung out the weekend prior at the sand dunes and then he went to work on Monday, the 30th. I remember that. And then I think he left on Tuesday, the 31st of July. I think. And I don't remember when he got home. And the agent says, okay, next time, what's the next time you guys go out? And NK says it was that Saturday, the 11th. And the agent says, the lazy dog. Okay, we got all that down. He basically doesn't want to get back into that because he doesn't want her to go deep into a rant about it. So I am going to end this here and I am going to make my second live. So the final 15 minutes, I think I have enough time to do it and come right back. I already have it all written out, I think. Oh, no, I don't have it all written out. There's like 5 more minutes that I need to do in the end. So you guys have an amazing day. I am going to finish up the last bit of this phone call because there's an amazing juicy tidbit that you all probably already know about. But for those of the people that don't know about it, the slip up from NK that comes in the next 15 minutes of this phone call is epic, phenomenal. And I just want to see if you guys think it's just a natural slip up or if it's the truth coming out. So we'll find out. Thank you so much for all your love. I'll go back and read these comments as soon as I get done getting out this information. Thank you guys. Love you bunches. And I will see you in a little while. We are getting ready to get down to the nitty gritty of this case and then be able to look at it from a clean perspective, facts only, and go from there. And I am very curious to see what everybody thinks. I guess I can look at the comments just for a minute. Y'all are addicting. You're addicting. Okay, so suddenly she remembers this info sounds far more damning when it's being read in small segments. LOL, the road with rocks. LOL. Hey, everyone. Thumbs up. Thought he used them all along. That monster had gift cards coming out of his arse. She stole them from him. Total nonsense. Hey everyone, I'm late. I'm trying to back up all my tubes from my body to go to another doctor's appointment. Oh, I'm so sorry, Chronic Life. I got you down, girl. I got you down on my list. I got you down. So you are just in good hands, let me tell you. Hey, Ann. No, but we are going through discovery. We will get there, you guys. We will get there. My thing, hey girl, hey, you're not too late. My thing is, you guys, is that I want all the evidence presented, and that's why I'm presenting you guys the evidence the exact way that it is. I want all of that presented to me, and then I want to make a decision. So until I go through the discovery, all 1,900 pages, until I write down 15 minutes at a time or 30 minutes at a time Chris's confession, which I already did the first 30 minutes. I have it all written out here. So this is the first 30 minutes of Christian's confession, exactly how it went down. It is a lot of pages, okay? So I'm going to write out the other 4.5 hours of that confession and keep them all together. I even have it titled, see, February 18th, 2019, where he was. Then this Nicole her second phone interview is in here. I have every single bit of it from beginning to end in this book, so we can reference back to it to find out things. And so instead of having to go find it on YouTube and look back to see when we're all questioning something, I can just get it in the manuscripts and the transcripts and break it on down for you. So it's going to be great, and I'm super excited about going on that journey with you guys. We're just going to finish up NK's phone conversation today, then we're going to jump in on the other 4.5 hours of Chris's Wisconsin confession to see what we can pick apart out of it, and then we're going to pick apart the discovery and what's left of it, what the CBI, FBI, and Frederick Police Department want us to see, because they keep redacting it daily. You had a horrible reaction to the medicine? I'm sorry, Chronic Life. I hate how it's trial and error sometimes for people. I'm so sorry, Jackie. You're going back on dialysis? And they run the lining, would have to do hemo. I'm going to put you down to send you good vibes or prayers. Jackie, dialysis. Okay. Yes, everybody subscribe to Jackie Good Citizen Green channel. She's trying to get to 1,000. She's super close. She's on the screen right now. Thank you, Lily Mel. That means a lot to me. Chronic Life, yes, you and Jackie should talk. That's awesome. I love it when my girls get together. Be there for each other. Amen. Yes, have missed the information, love. Thank you, guys. So we are getting on it. We are getting on top of it. I'm going to go ahead and go so I can go finish writing out the end. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss my next live. It is the final 14 minutes, I believe, or let's see. So I went to 45. I think it's only 10 minutes. So the final 10 minutes of this phone conversation is very damning, and I would like to know what you guys think. So let me go ahead and go so I can come right back and tell you guys this information that I just heard. And I love you guys with all my heart. Thank you so much. I'm thinking about each and every one of you. Is there anybody else besides Jackie, Chronic Life, Brandy, Jennifer, Elijah, Tish, and Angel Callie 27 that needs me to pray for them or send good vibes or meditate or whatever you believe? Do you need a sister's help? Do you need a sister to lift you up? Because I'm right here. Just tell me, and just a brief 1-word explanation of what I'm praying about, and I got you. Before I go, we can do that. I can take some prayer requests, and I'm going to, or good positive love and light sent your way. If you're not a believer, I'm not going to force that down your throat. I can just send some love and light your way and just put it out in the universe, and it could manifest that you get better. So whatever it is. Lulu Interrupted, you got it. Unspoken request for Lulu Interrupted. You don't have to tell us if you don't want to. You can just say your name. Okay, Miss T, we love you. Cricket needs prayers. Cricket, you got it. Do we know what's up with Cricket, or is it unspoken? Thank you for putting that out there. And Donahue, thank you so much. Yes, you can do a happy dance, just like Jackie said. Thank you all for the hard work and being a voice for justice. Shannon Hayes, unspoken. You got it, Shannon. Unspoken. And I'm going to get off of here and hit the floor. So you guys just know. Just give it a couple more minutes just to make sure there's not anybody else that needs some positive love and light sent their way or some prayers sent up. Thank you, Miss T. Thank you so much. Battling some things in my head today. You got it, Lulu Interrupted. Here's my email if you need to talk in private and you don't want to put it all on blast. You don't have to tell me a thing. You can just email me to get some kind words, to kind of lift you up. I will not pry. I will not make you tell me what's going on, but I will support you and try to bring you back to at least normal a little bit, because you need to be surrounded by support and women uplifting you. And the problem is people don't want to hear people upset anymore. They expect everyone to be happy all the time. And so it's almost like you're not free to be sad in this world, that you have to act perfect and proper all the time. And life's just not that way. And so if your family won't listen to you, I will. Okay. So you just know that. All right, let's see if there was anybody else before I go. Cricket is my best friend or boyfriend going through methadone withdrawal. You got it, Cricket. Methadone. And that is the worst withdrawal on the planet, you guys. If none of you guys have ever been on methadone, I have, and it was worse than coming off pain pills. It was worse than anything. I mean, it hurt to the core. So you got it, Anne. We would love to. Let's see, we got. Thank you, Lulu. That means a lot to me. Thank you, Jackie, for putting your email out there. Thank you for saying that, Brandy. Thank you for the prayers for all of us, Shannon. That means a lot. Yes, it does get better, and we have got Cricket. We are just going to make sure that we surround him with love and light, or her. Was it your best friend or your boyfriend, Anne? Or did you already answer that? Because you said BF, and I don't know if BF was for best friend or boyfriend. Just so I know. Yes, KB, email Jackie. Thank you, Dare to Be Different. Feisty Taco, it's okay. Whatever helps you to stay off of, methadone is better than opiates, right? Okay, his name. All right, Cricket is a him. Thank you, Floyd. Cricket, don't matter. Just pray for him. All right, thank you. I just wanted to make sure when I did pray that I was saying the right gender. But thank you so much, you guys. Brandy's got her email here, you guys. Oh, this is great. Hi, Jose. Hey, girl. Hey, Stitchy Widgets. You guys are awesome. Yes, I always say this to people when they ask me what to do. I found seasons of shows that I loved and I binge watched them. I just would sit on the couch and I would watch season after season after season of like Below Deck or what, just stupid stuff that I normally wouldn't watch. But you're not having to wait for it to come out each week. And I'm telling you, it really does help to keep your mind busy. An idle mind is your drug of choice's playground. It really is. So you cannot let your mind idle. whenever you are coming off of hardcore drugs. You just can't. You have to stay busy, just like she's saying, Danielle Antel. Yes, it's up there, Chronic Life. Here it is. It's on the screen. Oh, congratulations, Beverly Wiley. We will definitely pray for your granddaughter and is it your daughter or daughter-in-law or something? Oh, that is precious. We'll keep mom and baby in our prayers. Beverly's grandbaby and mom. Yes, Lulu Interrupted is right. Binge watching helps so much. It's just, you have to, because you have to keep your mind dialed in. Otherwise, you're just going to say F it all and go back to the street. Yes, I do too, Brandy. I binge watch anyway. So find something that you like to do like that and just do it. Continue doing it. I mean, making my jewelry was another thing. Just whenever I was getting anxious, it's very therapeutic to make my jewelry, which I will be doing a live very soon, you guys. I'm doing it tomorrow. I am doing a live tomorrow around 8 p.m. I think I'm going to do it, of all the nails that I have on hand and all the jewelry that I have on hand. And the nail sets are $5 plus $3 shipping. And the jewelry is $3 plus $3 shipping. And I know that it sucks that it has to be the same price on shipping as it is for the jewelry, but that's one time. So if you order 3 sets of jewelry, it's still only going to be $3 shipping. I'm not going to charge more shipping as I go up. And that does come with a tracking number. So the day after you pay me in PayPal, you will have a tracking number and be able to track your package. And I'd say you'd have it in 3 days because I send it first class. It cost me about $4. And so get ready for that. My pop-up shop is going to be at 8 p.m. tomorrow night, you guys. So get ready. You're going to be able to see my handcrafted jewelry. I have some Christmas jewelry too that I'll be debuting. This will be the first time anyone's seen it. I haven't even debuted it on my Facebook or anything. You guys are my priority now. I haven't been on my Facebook in like 6 weeks because I've been here, and I feel like that this community has my back, and this is where I feel safe. So I'm going to do a live. You'll be able to see the nails that I have. Unfortunately, when you order from the website, you have to wait a few days for your payment to process, right? And then you have to wait a few days to get your tracking, and then it comes in a few days. So it takes about a week to get your nails when you order from the website. But when you order from Mama, you can get it in 3 days. So super excited about sharing that with you guys to spread the word. 8 p.m. tomorrow night, Mama's pop-up shop. And we're always going to do Monday Mama meetings. And that is where everybody just shares with what's going on with them through the week and what you need us to keep you uplifted on. And if you need help or you need somebody to sponsor you, you feel like you need more than just emailing me once a day, I can link you up. There's other women in here that have already volunteered. I can link you up with somebody. Brandy's putting out her email. Jackie's putting out her email. You can email them, and they can stay on top of it a lot easier than I can because I already helping a couple of people right now, and I don't want to put them to the wayside, so I take on more than I can handle. But right now, keep emailing me, you guys. Emailing and reaching out is not more than I can handle. I check it once a day. It doesn't affect me. It's not overwhelming at all. So you guys, please keep sending your emails. And thank you so much for just thinking I'm awesome. I mean, who would have thought? Thank you for getting me to 1,500 subscribers. And don't forget to enter my next giveaway for 2,000 and the pop-up shop tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye. Whoop, whoop. Bye, girl. Bye. Bye, boy. Bye.